Welcome to the Three River Valley series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We're picking up on the 27th of August 1972. Before we get started, a big thank you for your comments and feedback. As usual, you guys give me a lot to think about. Also, apologies that this video is going to be a bit shorter than normal, simply because I'm recording this on Easter Sunday and I'm under strict instructions that I have to be sociable when our guests arrive. Now in this part we're going to be doing a little bit of tidying up and trying to push forward the production in this area, and what you actually see is that I've now got helicopters coming down here to try and speed up the process here, because one thing about helicopters is that they can be very good at delivering tarmac and gravel, and that leads into the title for this video, which is long range delivery, because what I want to do is set up a construction because what I want to do is set up a helicopter construction office up in the north, which will just exclusively focus on delivering tarmac and concrete across the map. So that's going to be the way idea that we're going to be following, but still got a lot of work to do in this area. I've got a little office here. I just want to see, are you delivering food? I just want, actually I'll just buy a truck, I think. Buy a truck. You can see my money's dropped considerably. The reason for that is that I've spent a lot of money on trains, and I'll talk a little bit about that later on. Down to our problem area here, you can see I actually knocked down the tram stop to see if I could put a single track in, but I don't think it's going to work, and this is a real problem. It should work in theory, but it's resistant. So to ensure that we actually make progress with this, I'm actually going to put tram in station in here. I have to pull it back far enough so it's powered. I didn't really want to do this, but I feel that I need to do this, get this done. So we're going to put that in there, allocate that and that to there. And what I'm also going to do is get the helicopter crews down here to build everything up here, because at the moment we've got I've just got 4 trams sat in here doing nothing. Clear that route because it's a bust, and we really do need to get this up and running. And as I say, what I want to do is ensure that we've got a food supply there, and that leads into what's going on over here. Well, there's a couple of things I need to do here. The first thing I'll just show you is where all my money's gone. You can see I spent nearly 4 million. And the reason for that is that I've come in here, I'll just show you. I've actually, oh, one train missing. That's not right. Oh no, let's just speed the game up because I've just literally bought them. I think you're the missing train. Into here. Yep. The reason I bought these trains is that they actually end this year, 1972, and I wanted 6 in there. And I've also bought an extra one to put in the depot, partly as a backup train, partly as we need to deliver trucks, because I've just been keeping an eye on the situation up here. Now I've got a potential problem in this area, because I've been watching the buses that come down to the heating plant, and they keep wandering off every so often to get fuel, and I realise I don't have a gas station in this area. So what we're going to do is put a gas station in about here. That I think it should do. Doesn't, life's going to be a bit difficult. Oh, come on, game. Maybe just beat you. Oh, I created a ridge there. Okay, let me just see if I can do a bit of terraforming. Don't do this that often, but just level this back a bit, so that we might be able to get a little bit more. I think if I can get a gas station in here, so that might be enough. we got connection there now. Well, you can do it, game. Get the road crew on that. Yeah, I want a gas station here because that's on the route that the buses take to get to the heating plant. That means that they would pull in here rather than actually wander off across the map. Don't know if that's this guy will do it. Let's just see what his fuel up was. See, he's nearly empty. So if we just watch him and see if he will. He may not go for fuel because he's not completely empty at the moment. Yeah, see, this is what they're doing. And by the time they wander down here to get fuel, that actually breaks what happens then is that these actually break the end connections. So then, and that's one of the reasons why if you're planning really long distance routes, having an end connection can make a difference, because I think end connections can actually have fuel in them. Let me just check that just to confirm. There's the depot. It doesn't. That's a tram end connection. Yeah, you can see a bus end station large can hold 45 tons of fuel. So what that means is that the buses, when they go into the end station, they refuel, so they don't wander off to gas stations to do silly things. I think I've covered everything here. Oh no, there's just one more thing I need to do, and then we're going to go north and do a certain lot of planning up here. I just need to check the current situation with the rail track up here, because I think what I've got so far is we need to build in that and that. Leave the guys doing that. Now we're going to come up north here. Now I made a bit of a mistake up here, because in the last part we planned this area here, and you see the helicopters are on the ground, and there's two problems here. The first one is that I didn't have any power, and the second one is fuel, and I don't think we're going to get the fuel from here. So I've kind of shot myself in the foot a little bit here with respect to the fact that we've got no. So what the only thing I can think of at the moment is we got these guys down here, and we're get these on the case. I think we need to deliver from the primary source here, and your job is to, how much fuel is it here? 60 tons. I'm going to set you to 70. I think I put the North Camp fuel. I don't want you on there. And we got Joel fuel. I don't think I want you on there as well. I think we're just gonna have to go with the trucks, the tankers from down here. That then causes a bit of a problem in the sense that I'm not sure they're going to be able to keep that full. So what we may have to do is put in a dedicated distribution office here just to supply that helicopter platform, because I think the mistake I made was I've just put way too many helicopters on there, but that's the way it goes. There's nothing I can do about it. And I think what we're going to do is put a group of 6 here. Actually, get this any better positioned. Yeah, we can put it just in here. We're going to build another, or we'll get the helicopter crew working on that. So, and that decision, that problem there has actually been quite useful, because what it's actually done is highlighted something that I was planning. Now the next thing I'm a little bit worried about is we're really building this area up big time. So I want to put in a fire station here, because I don't think this where are you? This little fire station here, it's just tucked in here, is not really sufficient anymore. I know we got the helicopter fire station as well, but I feel that I'm going to need to be a little bit more comfortable if we got another fire station here. I was hoping. Oh, look at that! Just go on that corner. So there. What I've done is I've added another terminal here to get another helicopter into here, because what I'm planning on doing is changing this from doing road crew construction to actually building buildings. So let's just go through it. So that one's going to be buildings. The one up over here is going to be a road crew one. So what this is going to do is going to be just working on roads and things like that. So we're getting fuel in here. So this guy is now operational. And what he should be doing, we're just going to increase him to 3,000 meters. He's got a few jobs there, but he should be able to get out. And so this one's going to be primary road crew and delivery. Now, in order to support all this, we're going to need extra fire crews, and that comes that move. But we're going to go back to the fire stations as well. I'm a bit worried about this is all a little bit exposed as well, so I'm going to put another fire station in here. I know I can get this one on the corner because I actually tested it, and we're going to put a fire station there. And we'll get the 8 crew on that, and that, get that built. Now, the other problem I've got here is the fact that this whole town at the moment is running off one heat exchanger here and our little hot spring here, which is doing a fantastic job. But so what I want to do is possibly put in a heating plant, but I'll come back to that. But because I want to do something else first, and that is this is going to be very much an experiment. And that is, I want to try and put in a sustainable or a forest in here. Onto factories. Gotta find it. I think it's on page 5. What was it? That's irrigated farms. It's here. We got sustainable forest and managed forest. And what this does is, I think this one consumes water consumption 0.2, stations for 3 vehicles. Maximum power consumption, but it needs fuel and it needs 10 workers. And what I would like to do is possibly get it into this area here, because what I want to do is, if possible, is actually we'll move it. Actually, no, I want to do something else first. We don't need this at North Camp Carpenter anymore, so we'll get rid of you. And then I think this has only got one factory connection, isn't it? No, it's got a factory connection there. That's what I was looking for, hoping for. And then what I want to do, because what I would like to do is be able to set this up to provide, because I want to keep this running as a heating plant. But I don't want to keep coming back over here and putting trees down all the time. So I thought what I would do is a bit of an experiment here. I'm going to put a more kind of open store there. And if we go back to the army thing, oh, you can do it. What I want to do is managed farm there. Oh, but it all caught fire then. And then hoping that, okay, I'll have to right here like that, there. and we'll just accept that. Now what I'm hoping is that if we can put in a couple of houses here, and then they will get the people, they will go and work there, they will produce the wood here, which will then be put into here, which will then ensure that this small heating plant here will be able to perpetually draw on wood from this area here. Well, that's the idea anyway, guys. And so, and as I said, it's going to be a bit of an experiment because I've never used these sustainable forests. There we go there. The only thing, if I remember correctly, let me just confirm this for you, is that, again, the print's very small right at the bottom. But what you'll see is that the it stops working when the temperature or it only works when the temperature is above 3 degrees Celsius. So we've got to get a nut, and that's the reason why I want these kind of working together in a tandem. I mean, maybe if this starts to work, we could possibly, could I put a second one in here? Because I don't think there's a smaller version. These are really big. Maybe if we change the road a little bit or something and took out this logging camp here, we might be able to get a second one into here. But we'd have to change the road layout here a little bit. So that's the first part of the heating. Now the second part's going to be a little bit controversial. And that is that what I want to do is put a geothermal heating plant in here. So that's it, heating plant. I don't think I need a big one. I mean, we could put a really big one in here, like that. But this produces 3.6 tons of pollution. This one's a bit smaller, and it produces 2.4 tons of pollution. And what I'd like to do is kind of pull this back a little bit, but I still want to keep it in range of the bus stop there. Maybe we'll move it over a little bit like that. I mean, we may get a little bit of edge problems, but I think that should be okay. Pick that up there, put the helicopter cruise on that, and then we've got a road out here. Again, we've got a bit of a fire issue. I think maybe we'll just bring the road straight back this way, like that. And the idea is that we got the heating plant. Where is it? Here, which covers all this area here. But what I'd like to do is bring in a heating substation about here, so that we can heat this side of the city. But I want it to kind of maybe come out a little bit this way, because I would like to kind of guarantee that I've got some heating cover here, because what I may want to do is rework these power lines so that I can do it. So ideally what I'd like to do is, thank you game, if we put in heating plant about, actually we could kind of put it like that, couldn't we? And we could say we could connect it to the end of the bus stop like that, and then that would cut down the amount. Actually, I would like to cover that edge of the city, so maybe we're gonna chuck it in out there. That can just be a gravel road, and then this is where it tells me building in the way. Okay. And what that will, so we get heating into here. That means we can remove the hot spring. So I've got an idea to use that somewhere else. And then what the other thing I would like to do is bring one heating plant, heat exchanger over to about here. Because I want to expand out this way a little bit. In fact, I'm a bit tempted to put it about there. Just that, because I don't want that to be like that into what we call it, road, gravel road. In fact, that just reminds me of a thought I had when I was thinking about the new update with placing roads. And if you place a building and it auto connects, and say it auto connects with asphalt, if you can't delete the one that's just been built like this, that has to be demolished. You're going to have to be a lot more careful about getting your connections put together. Anyway, it's just a side, but of course we don't have any proof yet over what the level of connection is going to be. So we just come in here, underground pipe, and what I'd like to do, the heating plant. Let's go deeper. Because the middle one there, leave one just in case we need it. So what that will do is guarantee the heating this area, and we'll just use this as the experiment. I mean, truthfully, if the heating from the geothermal plant works well, what we can do is maybe convert this into some board production or something like that. But this is just an experiment, just to see how it works. So we've now got that built there. Wow, these guys are really on the case. This is our really good guy over there. How's the helicopter crew going? Yeah. Right, while we're here, I just want to check out this place here. I want to make sure how many over 21s we got? We've got 332. I think this is empty, so we don't need this anymore. I think they will move into here when this is finished. We're going to allow citizens to move into there, and I think we're just going to get rid of you. We don't need you anymore. Then we're just going to clean up this area. We'll take all this out, actually. Then maybe we'll disturb going on here. I think people will be able to get down the road here, and we can take out all this lot as well. This out, and then what I'd like here is another ampere house like this. I think this is the 225 version. Building on fire, where are you? North Camp City Hall. You should be okay. Wait for the bang. Residential. So I want the ampere houses. I do like the ampere houses. That's ampere house brick small. This is the one, isn't it? Okay. I'd like you to possibly connect to that. Actually, can we get you in just in front of the fire station like that? That would be brilliant. Got power, it's got everything else. We can get it close to the road. That road's going to be a little bit short. No construction. Okay. I don't care, game. Because what that means, if I can get a footpath through the back here, get you off here at that. across the back like that. We'll accept that. And then we can build this in, connect this in. That will ensure the workers to the fires, the actual fire station here. That will absorb some of the workers from this area. The other thing I want to check is, that was the walking distance. Okay, so because we built this, we've now got a connection to there. Train waiting too long. I think what we can do is, I still want to keep, oh, what's that there? Can I get rid of that? Okay, good. I want to push that up to there. We may need to put a little footpath in from there to there. That cuts these off from this part. And get the on that. I want to asphalt these roads through and get this area built up. So that's looking good. Up here, things are working. I want to redesign what I did up here because it's not working, but that's going to be outside of the range of this video. So let me just get back to what is meant to be the focus of this video, which is the what we call it, this helicopter, this delivery asphalt concrete helicopter construction office. I think we're gonna have to get rid of this. This is no great loss because I kind of did it this way, but we can redo this now. Now what I'm going to be trying to do is helicopter construction platform here. No bricks, no boards, stilts, no boards. Okay, I think what's happening is we're draining all the resources from this area. Well, it says there's bricks there. I mean, why aren't you? You should be picking up bricks from. Yeah. Oh, so there's bricks here. I think the weakness we've got here is the fact that we've only got the one pickup point. I mean, it may need to fix that in the future. We got loads of boards here. I mean, it's not like boards are a major. Maybe we can resurrect that over there. Anyway, I'm getting distracted, guys. Oh, sorry. The other thing I want to show you is that our rail construction guys over here are getting it together. We've got electronics here. So what I want to do over here is start to electrify the line. So many things to do. So no. Shift. And again. Did that actually? I want to start the process of. Let me just zoom out a bit. Make it a bit easier to see. And then work. There. One is start going back that way. We're just going to cancel one of those bridges because what they've done is they've got past the bridge here, and what I want is to bring all the electrification forward so that we can start getting that together. We've got a long way to go with that area. Anyway, back to here. Now what I want is a helicopter construction. Are you? We're going to need to run a road through. I think if we can come in a bit closer, like that. Put that a little bit that way. And I'm gonna want to make sure we can get a road to there. We've now got the helicopter there. The next thing I need to make sure is that we're going to, because this is going to consume a vast amount of fuel. So let me just see. We've got, this is the fuel line from there. So that's going to have to go like that. Accept that. Because this is definitely going to need a lot of fuel. And just to emphasize again, what we're looking to do is get 14 helicopters on here. And you bear in mind that we got 2. So what we need is 4 sets of 3 of these. Because we've got 2 there, which gives us 14. Just to show you, what we need is another 12 slots. Now this is going to be the mega concrete asphalt delivery for the map. Now I know some of you can argue and say, well, it's a bit over the top and I shouldn't be doing it. The reason I'm doing this is that I mean, normally I wouldn't do this until we got to about the 1980s 1990s when the economy is getting very big, but because we're very much up against a deadline with respect to the how can you say, with respect to the new update, I'm trying to push this forward as quickly as possible so that we can make as much, because there's so many things I want to do. What we need is okay. One is one coming off there, that's 3. 6. You can do it. Need to flatten terrain. 9. Why are we hitting the infrastructure? Okay, it's something there. What is in? It's the pipeline, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. What we're gonna have to do is remove the pipeline. And then we'll try again. The pipeline we've got to have, but what should happen is that we'll be able to get that connection. So that gives us 3, 6, 9, 12, and the obstruction was due to, in theory, was due to the fact that we were trying to level. So we've now got this here, and what we've got to do now is build a vast array of. This road's going to have to come out. This one can get to there. And then this one's going to have to come in here. Round like that. And just to try and keep it tidy, we're hooked to there. That. We'll get the 8 crew on. These, make sure these guys are on the case. They don't seem to be too hot about picking up things, considering they're at 3,000. Probably because I broke the connection. So this is going to be our super concrete asphalt delivery thing. And what I will say, 14 helicopters definitely need to take a connection to a great big fuel tank like that. That can deliver a lot of fuel, unless of course you've got the actual distribution office is tucked up right up tight against what we're going to do. So we're going to get that there. Let me just see now, see how things are going. Right, we've got this heating plant there. We've got this is being built. This is being built. I certainly want that on going. Go underground for get these built. I mean, I'm not too worried about this winter, but if we could get them actually finished by winter, that would be absolutely fantastic. Get you on there as well, but it's not crucial. Just check the food supply. It's a little bit icky, but it should be okay. Now, oh yeah, that reminds me. You see here, my prisons are filling up as well. If I come all the way down here, come over, where are you? Here. See, this prison's got 114. Don't ever wait for your prisons to fill up completely, because you need a pretty high ratio of guards to prisoners. Now, if you think about it, this is 210, this is 17. That's a ratio of 3 to 1. If you start getting a ratio of 3 to 1, you start getting escapees, unless you've got very loyal guards. What you're looking at is 2/3 full, which is what we're kind of getting towards, which is, what's it, 2/3 is 140. So what I want to do is plan a new prison. We're not necessarily going to build it, but I think our logical place to build it will be Dark Valley here. How are we doing down here? Oh, why have we? Oh, it's going to need to there. Get the is on there. Yeah, a bit of a mistake there. Building an ordinary road. So the question is, where can we build a how many over 21s we got? 13. Wow, what's going on here? Oh, probably because that new building's completed up north. We'll check that first after we decided where the prison is. You can see how quickly these are coming along now that we've actually got there. We've got our little truck here. Just want to set this. You're going to pick up food, clothes, electronics, and alcohol. You're going to deliver to there. What's the capacity? We'll set you to 80%, and we'll get you there. Maybe you don't need 10 tons. We'll set you to about 50%, and then just come down here. Got to tidy this area up a little bit. I'm going to send you there. And then this one here, wherever you are. Okay. What I'm going to do is remove, I'm going to remove the corner pub and the shopping mall from here. And what this one's going to do is just keep feeding the local community here while we're sorting things out. Because until we've got this all sorted, we're not going to get anything done in this area. What was that message now? North Camp again. It's not good. Fire crews are on it. Good. What's that there? Oh, it's a hunting camp. Oh, didn't know I had one there. How are we doing? Okay, game work. 8. That built. And of course we're going to need this built as well. We can store the wood in there. And then that should keep everything going. Right, let's just go up and check and see how our fuel's good here. supply of fuel in there. And we've now got competent workers in here. There's that fire. Haribo. Oh, this. Oh no, because of course we got our fire guys here now, haven't we? Yeah, covering that. Brief moment then I thought, oh, we're going to lose something. We're okay. This game is just so sneaky. Should just check the gas station. I would like to get this gas station really finished before winter. I know we're kind of pushing on the boundaries a little bit. High priority. I think what we can do is bring in these guys over here. And we'll get you on that as well. The other thing I'm also thinking here is I was looking at the heat exchangers here. This one's at 100%. This one's at 115%. I do wonder whether I need another heat exchanger in here. The problem is, one, where would I put it? And two, would it be in range? I mean, we got one there. Let's just have a look at the range of. That's the old nursery box. Okay, there's the heat exchanger. See, this is covering this area, and this one here, and they got massive overlap. So say, for argument's sake, say I put in a heat exchanger. So comes the winter, it's not going to work for this one. Say, for argument's sake, I put a heat exchanger up here. But we would have to put an intermediate substation unless we put it there. So for argument's sake, I put it there. And again, work because we got this. In the wrong place. We've got this really powerful heating plant here, but we're not really using it extensively because if you look at the full-sized heating plant. What's the heat exchanger? Sorry about this. Heat exchanger is 300. So actually, is that overpowered then? I always thought. No, hot water tank is 1,000 cubic meters. That's it. Yeah, sorry, I didn't read that right. It can pump 0.6 cubic meters of hot water a day, but it's got a hot water tank of 1,000, so it can sustain 3 full-sized heating. What we call it. But if we come this way, I think it would tell me. We can pipes the that actually connected. Wow, I didn't think it would. Well, we're going to accept that, and again we'll just put the normal guys on it, road crew on it, and we'll put a third pump on it. I think the advantage with the third pump is that if you actually look at this, you can see that even with a full staff working, the tanks never fill up because these 2 heat exchangers are overloaded. So a third one up in here should actually cover this area here. Just double check the area here. See, this will cover most of this area here, and what that should do is take the pressure off of this one. You can see it's already dropped down because it's already, the game is already recalculating for that there. I think you'll find that this one over here, 79%. So I think the third one is beneficial and it's worth doing. Make sure that is being built. Right, I've just been waved at and someone's pointed at their watch. So what we'll do is we'll just have a quick run round and just make sure, just do our pre-winter checks. So come in here. I just want to check how much food we got in here. I think food is going to have to be a little bit of a priority going forward. And by food, what I mean is that the area here, the one thing I would like to do, I've already spent a really large sum of money, is what we got here wagon wise. We've got, I don't know, we've got an array of vehicles here. So I think we're okay at the moment. So we got trains sat around doing nothing. But that's fine because so I wanted to buy those trains because effectively we're not be able to buy them once. Well, we might not be able to buy them now actually. So we got this area here. Hopefully we'll get this finished through the winter. Let's get our support crews down onto here. Yeah. So as I was saying, is food is a potential issue. So what we're going to need to do is try and prioritize and get this area built in somehow, which is another reason why I want to get that helicopter concrete and asphalt delivery here. We got a lot of these have been built already, so we're looking good here. Quick check of the railway situation. Put it this way, I didn't think I would ever say that, but whoops, no. I'm starting to wish that we had two more quick selection options because I've already filled up all 10 of them now. And to be honest, when that was actually introduced, I never thought I'd ever do that. So we're down to one job here. Although to be honest, that construction office quick selection probably needs a little bit of work. Okay. That built. That's built. So let me just press that escape. Come here. I think we're in a position where we can start electrifying some of this track up here. Where's the crossover? Crossover's there. Let me just press shift. Yeah. And there's the line where the winter won't get. These guys can go out this way because we need to finish that. Actually, I could also far over. See if I can hook that line there. Okay. Taking a bit of a risk there, kind of overloading everything. This area here, how many over 21s we got? We only got 67 at the moment. That looks like we're losing. We're getting a lot of deaths though. What's going on? Oh, it's train waiting too long. Where are you? Hey, where are you waiting too long? Where are you? Okay, this is a signal issue. Pretty sure this is. Yeah. Do that. That should. Yep. That's because the link round there goes all the way round to the other track, and it's detecting trains on the same segment. The downside of helicopters going long distances is they use nearly a full fuel, almost use a full tank going right across the map, because you remember that these helicopters are flying all the way from here all the way down to there and back. So they're flying probably some of the longest routes on the maps that we're out of fuel. And of course winter's coming, so the fuel trucks are going to get a bit held up. Just make sure that we haven't drained our fuel tank here. They shouldn't do, because we got a major tanker hanging around here. Let me just see. Yeah, I mean, we got quite a lot of fuel. The tanker's obviously gone back to get some more fuel. So we certainly need to get Dark Valley running, producing even more fuel, and see if we can keep ahead of all this to actually work. So that is something. No, we got 979 tons in there. Right, we've now got this one here. Right, the tankers in here. Right, I'm just going to very quickly buy something fast and big. Capacity. What we got here? 78 carries 12 tons of fuel. This one's 80 and carries 9 tons. This is 78. This is 60. What on earth is this? This is 71. I think we'll have to splash out a big pile of cash here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your job is going to be up from fuel from here, and we're going to have 6 tankers, as I built this in the wrong place. So your job is to keep this 50% full, and what that will mean is that, I think I'll do it now in case I forget, is we'll remove that from there, because what's probably happening is that, because these tankers are kind of trying to keep that helicopter platform full, it's probably detracting from their efficiency in that area. I need to. Here's a question for you guys. Do you know any way that you can remove a tower crane from here? The only thing I can think of is that you actually use the trick that you would with a construction office, that you would actually get the helicopter to manually load it and then reassign the helicopter to another helicopter construction office, but I'm not sure. Okay, it's just going to do. No, I'll save it to the next part. I just wonder because the problem is, if you send an open hole here and say collect a vehicle, well, we can actually see if it will do it with respect to the, because I think I would like to make that office into a building construction one with excavators and tower cranes. I think I've got your job. Please do. Go here. Pick up a vehicle. See, you can do it, but I want to send you there, load, and then I don't want you wandering backwards and forwards. So we're gonna come in here to the depot. I'm gonna follow him just out of curiosity. And of course, if he picks up a tower crane, you've got to move him to another construction office. Don't do this and say bring it back to the depot, which you could do with a roller or a paver. But if you put a tower crane in a depot, things get a bit icky. I'm just curious. See what he actually picks up. I think I probably need to do a tree check as well. Yeah, I think we got a problem with these trucks coming through here as well. Right, so he's going to come in here. These guys just had a bit of a conference there. We need to look at that. Right, so what are you going to pick up? Nothing. So you won't pick anything up. Okay, you just go back to your depot. So the only way you can move these is with helicopters. But yeah, that means you can only move these between helicopter platforms. But I'd rather move these out, so we're gonna have to do it the other way. Because these aren't being used, so we'll just have to let them clog the road up. Do that there. The other thing also was that junction. Where is it? Let's do this. We got more traffic coming up here, so and then you all turn right, kind of turn that way, so that will get these guys moving through here. You can move through there. Put you there so you don't give way to the vehicles coming out the side road. And I think that we're going to need to manually edit this one. Never remember which one is which. 2 is priority, 3 is yield. What that means is change. Save. Okay. And we're quick look at the economy. How to spend vast sums of money on very little. Right, so this is definitely where I've got to leave it. I've just been given my second warning. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.